Donald Trump's attorneys have filed a motion to have the New York hush money case completely dismissed. They reference the president's sweeping pardon of Hunter Biden, saying the New York case is a result of the type of political theater that was condemned in the pardon. Former U.S. Attorney Guy Lewis joins me now. Does Trump's team have a case for complete dismissal?
Stuart, originally they did not, in my view, based on the selective prosecution. But this is another reason why the President Biden's pardon of his son is too cute by half. They have now taken his own language, President Biden's own language, put it in their pleading, and then walked into court in New York and said, look, even the President of the United States, in his son's case, has said the justice system is selectively prosecuted him. It was unfair. It was inappropriate. I had to put a stop to it. I think what he said was enough is enough. And so they've used that language to go in and say, hey, if the President of the United States can say that about his own Justice Department, certainly it applies to my case, President Trump's case, up in New York. He's got a good point there.
I just want to offer an opinion. It's my opinion. I think it should be dismissed out of hand. It's one way for the New York judicial system to get its reputation back, because it's in tatters at the moment.
I got to tell you, Stuart, I so agree with you on so many levels on this. It is such a travesty of justice that a DA in New York, Alvin Bragg, can run on the platform that I'm going to go after Trump. I'm going to get him. Elect me, I'm going to get him. And then go after him, convict him on a bunch of, no pun intended, trumped up charges about hush money that has never been prosecuted before, 200 plus years, and the president for the first time is convicted. Boy, you talk about a Mickey Mouse case and Mickey Mouse charges.
It's a disgrace.
It's ridiculous in my view.
Next one. If Hunter is called to testify against or about family members, he can't plead the Fifth anymore. Can you explain why and what that means going forward?
Great question. So, Stuart, Hunter Biden no longer has a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. He's gotten pardoned on the conduct. But again, the president went too far by half. He's too cute by half on this. Rather than just saying, hey, he's my son, I feel bad, he used the selective prosecution argument. That went nowhere really fast. And then the second part of the too cute by half is he did it on this time period from when Hunter Biden first was put on the board at Burisma. There is the hidden dynamite in this case, Stuart, because the president has liability, the president's brother has liability, and other people in the Biden family have liability. And Hunter, at the end of the day, he's going to have to testify to this, either in a grand jury, a federal grand jury, or in open court. And that's going to be a bad day for the Biden family.
It ain't over. Guy Lewis, thanks for joining us this morning, Guy. We'll see you again soon, I hope. Thank you, sir.